Hi Greedy 3Ders. Now you know that I print in the Greedy 3D Man Cave, and I've had a few problems over the last few months with stringing and poor prints, and this is down to the humidity in the Man Cave. Now you guys are fully aware that when PLA filament absorbs moisture it causes all sorts of problems, poor quality, clogs, nozzle jams, and it causes stringing, and stringing has been the bane of my life. So I've needed to look at buying something to prevent this, and the best thing to buy is a filament dryer. Now one of the other things that's given me a bit of a boost to do this is, as you again all know, recently I have bought the Creality K1. And their designers chose in their wisdom to put the filament holder on the back, somewhere that I don't want it. So I also need a solution to move the filament to the side. So I've decided to kill two birds with one stone and buy this. This is the Sovol SH01 filament dryer, and I bought this, as you can see, from Amazon for just under 50 quid in November 2023. It arrived a day after, boxed fully. Now all that was in the box, there's no bells and whistles in the box. You get some instructions, you get a well packaged machine, and you also get the relevant power supply for your country, and that is all you get. But in a filament dryer, that is all you want, and that is all you need. It has been well constructed, it's been put together well. I'm really pleased with how this feels, so let's get it switched on. And what you can do when you turn it on is you can change the temperature from 40 in increments of 5 up to 50, and you can tell it either how long you want it on for, or you can put it in work mode and it will just stay on and dry your filament. The other good thing with this is you can put two filaments in it, not one, two. As you can see here, I've got my Jam J PLA Plus on the right and the left, and there's a little hole in the top. There's two holes where you can feed your filament out and feed it straight into your 3D printer, and this will then give your 3D printer a nice dry filament to do its magic. And as you can see there, it's going into my K1 and printing something absolutely beautifully. This is a base from the Wicked Morbius model, and the quality of the print now, I've got no stringing, I've got no adhesion problems, there's no glooping. It's looking absolutely fantastic. Now as you can see here, when I first turned the unit on, I had 30 degrees inside it and a 33% humidity. In a couple of hours that had dropped to 14% humidity and increased the temperature to 48, drying my filament just as I wanted it to. Now the unit, as I said, will take quite happily two 1 kilogram spools easily, and they rotate also easily on the inner bearings, making for a smooth release of your filament to reduce any of the external lag on your extruder. The filament holes, however, they don't seem to have much wiggle room, in that a 1.75mm filament fits relatively easily through them, but just make sure that where you put it doesn't mean the filament is angled too steeply, or this may increase friction. Not something I've seen as such, but a definite possibility if the filament is right angled to the exit hole. Now the SH01 is also very energy efficient thanks to its lower power consumption, and that means that you can leave it running for extended periods of time without worrying about the soaring electricity bills. And if I look at my smart meter when it's running, it certainly doesn't change from anything from green. It's also incredibly quiet, making it perfect if you're using it in the home, the bedroom, the office setting, etc. Now one issue that I have noticed, however, is that when the filament is drying, water is evaporated from the filament, but if the container is closed, the water vapour doesn't have anywhere to go and escape from the dryer box, and you can see that there is a form of condensation on the inside. Now if you look at the user manual, Solvol actually mentions this and how you can use the filament dryer as a storage container, after you also add the silica gel package that you get with the spool. But there's no mention of silica gel needed during the drying period, so don't throw your silica gel away. Pop it inside, and when you've finished drying your filament and you've closed the lid, leave the silica gel in there. It does mention that when you are drying your filament actively, to leave the lid partially open and prop the cover using the plastic clips. Now I have noticed that the humidity reduces when I open it, so this is definitely something to do. So do I recommend the Sovol SH01? Well, if you're looking for a filament dryer, and if you're also like me looking for a storage way to move filament to the side of a printer, this will do either of those jobs absolutely admirably. It's dried my my filament, and it's definitely given me great results. So yes, I can recommend this, and I've been recommended this myself, and I agree with the recommendation that I really am pleased that I bought this. Hope you found this interesting, Greedy 3Ds. It'd be really interesting to hear your views and whether you have used the Sovol SH01 and what your thoughts of it. But thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Greedy 3D.